So guys, if you already haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel and please hit the like button on this news story. A motorist has been jailed after he led traffic police on a terrifying 145-mile-per-hour chase just minutes after being banned from driving by a court. Jason Ryder, who's 45, walked out of court in March and got behind the wheel of his Audi despite having his license revoked by magistrates for drug driving. And then he raced from police while weaving in and out of traffic on the A1 in North Yorkshire. Dashcam footage of the chase shows him bombing down the hard shoulder at blistering speeds of more than 130 miles per hour. Other road users were forced to evade him to avoid a crash as he drove at high speeds across all lanes, swerving from side to side. The 17-minute pursuit only came to an end when a stinger was used by police to puncture the tyres of the Audi. At York Crown Court, Ryder was jailed for 10 months and he had previously admitted dangerous driving, driving without insurance and driving while disqualified. Ryder's driving was branded appalling by the judge, who said it's extraordinary that nobody was seriously injured or killed.
We are just approaching 47, stand by, stand by. We are at roundabout. We have taken exit. I have been bought by an HGV. I am on now, 47 northbound. Receive, we are hard shoulder 100. Still hard shoulder, risk is high currently. We are now 145, just passing Swainby turn off to the offside. Approaching vehicle, he's gone wrong side of the road, wrong side. Stand by, approaching now. Vehicle stung, vehicle stung. We're approaching roundabout. Stand by for direction. He's gone towards a dead
home on March the 20th, minutes after he had been handed a driving ban at Harrogate Magistrates Court for drug driving. The prosecutor said Ryder got into his black Audi immediately after being released from the court at around midday. Police switched on the blue lights, but Ryder didn't stop and a 17-minute car chase ensued. He first raced along the A658 where he overtook vehicles, causing motorists to take evasive action to avoid a collision. He then manoeuvred around a heavy goods vehicle and sped on the A1 northbound carriage. The prosecutor said he was moving across all lanes and travelling for long periods of time on the hard shoulder, at times at speeds of over 130 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. The Audi picked up speeds of over 140 miles per hour as it zigzagged between dense traffic and overtook and undertook vehicles from one side of the road to the other. Ryder then went towards Northallerton at 140 miles per hour on a wet road surface due to rainy weather. The prosecutor added the driving included overtaking and driving on the opposite side of the carriageway. Police laid a stinger on the road which deflated the Audi's tyres and the car came to a halt. He was arrested and brought before York magistrates the following day, where he pleaded guilty to all three offences. So the court had heard Ryder had a previous conviction for careless driving and failing to provide a specimen for analysis back in 1998, for which he received an 18-month ban. In mitigation, his barrister said Ryder made a split-second decision to speed from police due to heightened emotions following the trial which went against him. She said he was not thinking straight and was suffering from mental angst on the day in question due to personal problems. She added that Ryder had lost his full-time job and could lose his home if he were jailed. The recorder Anthony Hawkes described Ryder's driving as appalling and said he could have easily killed someone. He told him the circumstances of the dangerous driving are extremely serious, both as to how it started and the actual driving itself. I reject entirely the suggestion put forward that you didn't understand the disqualification ran immediately. You had been disqualified before. You must have realised that following your conviction and sentence, you were a disqualified driver. You had no business in taking your car to the magistrates in the first place. The judge also said it was clear that Ryder was angry when he got behind the wheel because the trial had gone against him. He added, At any time during the 17-minute police chase, you could have come to your senses and stopped, but you didn't. The driving was appalling. There was heavy traffic. You were weaving all over lanes. You were driving at speeds of up to 140 miles per hour, and extraordinary that nobody was seriously injured or killed. So Ryder was jailed for 10 months and given a 23-month driving ban. Traffic officer Paul Cording from North Yorkshire Police said after the sentencing, "It is extremely fortunate that no one was injured as a result of Ryder's actions. Not only did he put other road users at huge risk due to the dangerous manner of driving, especially in the conditions which he was driving in, he also showed a complete disregard for the judicial system." So guys, in this next news story, a man has been jailed after being found in possession of drugs with a street value of £1.6 million following a proactive operation by officers from the Met Specialist Crimes Team. Albert Saidu Hines, who's 58, of Hounslow, was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment after pleading guilty to possession with intent to supply Class A drugs, which was around 2 kilos of cocaine, possession with intent to supply Class B drugs, which was about over 120 kilos of ketamine, and consent to supply Class B drugs, which was 21 kilos of ketamine. Possession of an offensive weapon, namely 2 knuckle dusters, and a copy of a false instrument with intent to be acceptable as genuine, which was namely his fraudulent driving licence. Detective Chief Inspector Glenn Butler said, "Ketamine can cause serious health damage to users, which can include increase in heart rate, affect memory, and cause liver or bladder damage. Significant proactive work has been undertaken by teams across specialist crime and has seen a substantial increase in ketamine seizures in the past year. In the past year, over a ton of ket has been seized, which is a significant increase from previous years. It is a controlled drug that can also have fatal consequences and cause harm to our communities." So on Monday, October the 10th, 2022, Hines was identified by officers entering a self-storage facility in West Mossley in Surrey. He was observed entering a unit and seen struggling to carry a large cardboard box, which he then placed into the boot of his Kia Sportage. The following day at around 1 o'clock in the morning, Hines was observed in Hounslow meeting with another man. During that meeting, 21 kilos of ket was supplied to the man who was later identified as Anthony Clinton. At around 4 o'clock in the morning, Clinton was stopped by uniformed officers from Norfolk Constabulary on the A11. The cardboard box was found in the boot containing 21 packages of white ketamine. Norfolk officers investigated the offence and Clinton was arrested to 5 years and 7 months imprisonment for drug supply offences. This was on May the 5th. So Clinton was sentenced on May the 5th to 5 years and 7 months. It's Tuesday, 18th of October, around 10 o'clock, Hines was arrested by officers in Hounslow. He was detained next to his car, and upon searching the car, officers seized 3 boxes from the boot. Each box contained 3 large bags of white powder, which was established was 5 kilos of ketamine. Further, 2 boxes contained 2 kilo blocks of cocaine, and 2 knuckle dusters were seized from a glove box. A further search was conducted at a storage unit, and officers seized a money counting machine and cash. The cocaine seized had an estimated worth of around £50,000, and over £12,000 in cash was seized from Hines' home address and the self-storage. DCI Butler from the Met's crime team also said the Met is determined to target those individuals involved in the supply chain, like Hines, who has received a significant sentence for supplying large quantities of ketamine. So guys, here's a few news stories coming from the streets of the UK, and as I said, if you can, please subscribe to the channel and also smash a like button on this video if you haven't already done so, and drop a comment below. It's your boy GT. Keep it locked, keep it real.